What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Steelers Rewind here on Penn Live. And let's talk a little bit about this Wednesday practice. Not a huge one, but obviously very important for some injuries. The injury report, when it comes out, will probably have very similar things to what I said on Monday. You know, Roman Wilson, Corey Trice, Jalen Warren, and Troy Fautanu all are going to be probably limited participants in that. Got to catch up with Troy Fautanu today, talk where he's at. Said the knee is feeling better. He started to work into teamwork today for the first time. That has not happened since his knee injury. So this is the first time Troy Fautanu has worked in team periods. That's a big step for him. But more importantly, what the big step's going to be is getting confidence in his knee. He told me, subconsciously, there's all these movements that you do with your body, with knees, whatever, elbows, shoulders, it could be whatever, that you kind of just do day to day and you kind of take for granted when it's not hurt. And then when it's hurt and it starts to, you got to really focus on your movements. You got to hyper focus on your movements. You feel that little twinge on this small movement, et cetera, et cetera. You really end up kind of hyper focusing on a lot of these. And it's interesting because you got to get confidence. It's obviously you need cutting and moving and all that. That's big too in terms of getting confidence. But so is that, those subtle movements. He also said he's more comfortable at right tackle than left tackle, which is interesting because he played left tackle almost his entire career at Washington. I think he had 2 snaps in his entire career at Washington at right tackle. But that's not insignificant because, he played right tackle all the time in practice, and then he started at right tackle in high school, and he said he's right-hand dominant. So naturally, the right side is actually more suited for him, and we know Broderick Jones feels more comfortable on the left side, so that feels like your long-term solution. I think the short-term is going to be, Dan Moore at left and Broderick at right. I think that'll be this week. Speaking of the offensive line, caught up with Spencer Anderson, Broderick Jones, and Dan Moore today to talk about Grady Jarrett and Matt Judon. Let's start with Jarrett. This guy's 6 foot tall. Spencer Anderson's 6'5", and he's gonna be up against Zach Frazier and Spencer Anderson. And Anderson said, listen, we got, Zach plays with great leverage, but I'm 6'5". This guy's going to get under my pet, so I got to play with great pad level, maybe get up there with some aggressive sets. You look at Jarrett, this guy's an explosive, twitchy player, even though he's coming off an ACL injury, dangerous pass rusher. Judon, on the other hand, talked to Dan Moore about this, is just this really nifty veteran pass rusher, doesn't give up contain a lot on the edge, can win on the inside, can win on the outside, really savvy player, very gap sound, can rush both sides. So you got to mix up your hand usage, mix up your pass sets, do different things to throw him off guard because he's a dynamic pass rusher, and Dan Moore can speak from experience with that. He has faced Matt Judon before in his career, so they are really looking at those guys up front. On the defensive side, they're looking at Kyle Pitts and Drake London. Joey Porter Jr. said, listen, we know those are the 2 guys. We got to hold them in check. Beanie Bishop's looking forward to it as well, maybe getting to face those guys, Ray McLeod. He said, listen, man, they got great catch radiuses, but I'm going to be fearless and play that football and prove to people that I belong here. And that's the chip on Beanie Bishop's shoulder speaking right there. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell for more. We'll be back with Steelers Breakdown later.